dreams, walking the streets of someone who goes down. I tried to believe in God and James Dean, but Hollywood sold out. Saw all of the saints lock up the gates I could not enter. Walked into the flames, called out your name, but there was no answer. And now I know my heart is a ghost town. My heart is a ghost town. There's no one left in the world, I'm gone singing. Don't give a fuck if I go down, down, down. I got a voice in my head that keeps singing. Oh.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go ahead and get started very quickly tonight. Welcome to AOSX Round 12. As always, I am your host, Swerd. Tonight's broadcast is going to be a little different than most. I'm not really at 100%, but we are going to try to give this a go. So I ask that you all just please bear with me. Again, if you are new to AOSX, very unique format. We are starting things off with our D main. You see 12 riders. Top 4 will move on to our C main. From there, the top 4 will move on to the B main. And then finally, the top 4 there will move on to the main event of the night. Qualifying has concluded, and I do have the results here. And I got to say, it's a very tight track. It's a very tight track, and it's going to be interesting to see how it races. I believe the track tonight is by Beansmoke. Very iconic track builder, him and SX Corey. They are trading off a lot of these tracks in the series, and I do like that. But coming in at number 1 with qualifying was Wasabi with a 53.16. Second was R Dizzle with a 53.431. Third was Slurp with a 53.66. Fourth was Hockey Drew with a 53.96. And then I'd probably say the surprise of the night, Axis down in 5th with a 54.162. He's got 4 guys in front of him in the 53s, but could just be, slowly learning the track. All that really matters is what happens in the main, so we'll see what happens when the time comes. In 6th, Iowa Hawkeyes with a 54.589. 7th, Young Macadelic with the 54.763. And then 8th is a 55.301 from Dom Calendris. That means that is your top 8 A-main participants already punched their ticket. Everybody else, 9 all the way to 36, have got some work to do throughout the night to hopefully put themselves in that position. Outside of that, I don't have much else for everyone. I hope everybody is good to go. It looks like I just need a few guys to ready up, and then we can get started. And I would expect that we're going to have some issues. It seems every single night we start a broadcast, doesn't matter what series it is, we have some kind of, broadcast issue. So we'll see what happens. But let's get started, and we'll go from there. I'm going to try the qualifying trick where when they get in, I'm just going to quickly back out of qualifying, and then hopefully that some people say it helps. So I'm down to try anything at this point to have it a bit smoother than it has been here recently. Yo, what's up, D-Bowl? Hello, Dizzle. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. All right, we will end the qualifying and then just get straight into the race. And we'll see what happens. Saved by Bean. What's up, man? I'm going to assume you are Mr. Bean. The Bean. Being smoked. I figured my assumption was a safe one. What's up, man? Pretty tough little track you got here tonight for the guys. Very curious to see how they handle it. I really, really am. All right, we'll just give these boys a minute to get ready, and we'll be off. I mean, right now we're looking good. We didn't have anybody immediately crash. I didn't crash. And just waiting on one person, that is Chameleon, and we'll be good to go. All right, who are we going on board with for your AOSX Round 12 D main? Best gate. Chameleon. He's right here on the inside. I cannot tell who he has to his left and right, but we'll figure that out in a moment. He actually gets a pretty good jump. He is going to be the first to the corner. Does he get pushed wide here? He does, and it looks like... I don't even know. It was either D-Bowl or Deranged that got your whole shot. Spittoon going up the inside quick, and it looks like we don't have sound. That's cool. And let me see. Clutch Sizen is already out front. So, again, top four move on. So that means right now on the outside looking in is just everybody. I can't even go on board with somebody before they go down or go off track. So D-Bowl is on the outside looking in, going over the finish line now. Nice thick set of whoops. Very easy to get a buck you do not want. Now DeMonster on the outside. Here we are going to step on and step on again and step off. Then they're going to try to get a nice clean triple out. Looks like DeMonster's going to case. That's going to allow Danger Caden up his inside. Now he is going for the double. Goes to the triple, cases, double, and then he's going to try to triple out. I think there's like 3 ways through that section. And when I was on it, I couldn't really find one that I could get clean, but that's probably just because I'm not very good, but I digress. DeMonster is on the outside looking in again. Now we got a flat 180 here. Some people will pretty much double over the table. Some will try to triple over and then double out. You either double triple or triple double. Nice supercross triple here into a sweeping double. And then you got a set of rollers here that you can get a nice little speed boost, and then you got to get on the brakes hard and Corey into the technique. Well, Corey technique into the corner, going over the bridge, and then our finish line again. So right now, between DeMonster and D-Bowl, they just keep trading spots. All right, yeah, 5 minutes is all we do in these D and C mains. When we get to B main, it moves up to 10 minutes. And then, of course, the A main is the real deal. DeMonster goes down. I'm sorry, that was D-Bowl that goes down. That allows DeMonster by. And he is making a push on Infobot. Georgie is out front, followed by Danger Caden. Ooh, DeMonster could have ran it in hard there. I'm glad he did not. So now Chameleon is on the outside looking in. We got about 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. And he has some ground to make up, but it is your D main, and no offense to these guys, sometimes it's a little hard to go straight, so anything can happen. I'm just really hoping that we end up having sound in some of these. I had sound in, actually, I take that back. I did not have sound in my qualifying session, or qualifying group, rather. If we get into the C main and we don't have sound yet again, honestly, I might put some just light music on, just because I feel like it's kind of bad with like just me talking and then you see what you see on screen. But as I was saying all that, Chameleon has fallen down. It does look like D-Bowl has recovered and is making the push for the final transfer spot in Infobot, which is literally right in front of him. He's going for the triple, and then this is an awkward line because now you got a triple single. Oh, he is lagging all over the place, but he is right on the back of Infobot. We have a minute and 45 seconds remaining. They're going to have a nice little battle here. And it looks like Real Spartan has checked out early. Whoa, let's hold our line. Let's hold our line. We can't be taking both of us off track. So now D-Bowl gets by, and Infobot can still see the transfer spot. It's very, very easy to get right back up to where he was. He is not going to go to the berm. Nice double. Got to get a good little checkup to go over the bridge. And then these guys are skying the finish line. In the perfect world, you want to scrub cancel. You can stay very, very low. He gets a nice run through the thick whoops. I got to give him that. I'm curious. I don't think anybody will try to jump over that table. You can 100% do it, but I like how Bean used the, it's another type of table that it's very rounded. So if you were to try to do that, I don't think you'd get a good pop off of it. Ooh, Infobot has a very good run through the rhythm section, and he comes down and collides with D-Bowl, and that allows D-Bowl back by. He had the run to make the pass there. Looks like he got hit with just like a supercharge. So D-Bolt is going for the triple and the double out, and Infobot is down. 30 seconds remaining. T. Georgie is still out front. He does have Danger Caden right on his rear wheel. Time will expire on this lap, so when they come back around, it will be your final lap of the D main. So now Walbrink is on the outside looking in, but D-Bolt is, according to timing and scoring, he is about 7 seconds off. Give or take a second, because I looked at that quickly. And just as I say that, D-Bolt goes down and Walbrink goes down as well. That allows Infobot back by, so he has a second chance at potentially doing this. And D-Bolt saves it. They're all casing the rhythm section here. Infobot recovers, goes up D-Bolt's inside. What is he going to do? He gets past, and D-Bolt, I don't know how he didn't get reset. He goes down, and just like that, with 2 laps to go, Infobot recomposes from the mistake and is now in the final transfer spot, but Walbrink is right on his rear wheel, and he's going to get reset. That allows D-Bolt back by. Easy work in 82 is checked out. And we are officially on the final lap now, but it's just basically up to Infobot. It's his transfer spot to lose at this point. They both will be starting their official final laps, and I believe Danger Caden has jumped out to the front, followed by T. Georgie, DeMonster in third, and then, like I said, Infobot in fourth with D-Bolt behind him, and it looks like Walbrink is right there on the back of his rear wheel. So there's a lot of stuff that could happen here on this final lap, and it does look like Infobot, I thought he was going over the bars for a minute. Someone did go down. I think that was Walbrink, so now it is up to D-Bolt to try to get up to Infobot, and Infobot does not get a good rhythm section. Neither does D-Bolt. And he's just trying to cut the track, and I don't think that's going to be the play, but Danger Caden, not Danger Caden, I'm sorry, Infobot, he cases the double. He gets a nice little, I think that was a double or a single out. D-Bolt's just falling apart. Now it does look like Infobot is going to come home in the final transfer spot. Danger Caden takes your D-main win, followed by T. Georgie, DeMonster, and Infobot is coming in that final spot now. So we do have our 4 D-main transferees to the C-main, and that will be coming up very, very shortly. All right, folks, we have our C main ready to go. So again, 5 minutes plus 1 lap. Top 4 move on. And that will do it. Hopefully we have some sound this time. They're all readied up. I'm readied up. Let's get the show on the road. And like I said, we will give it a minute to see if there is sound in this one. If not, I'm probably just going to keep playing music, which means in the VOD, it will be muted anyways. So, I mean, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, seeing what happens on screen is probably the most important thing. Well, there's sound there. So are we going to have it here in the C main? All right, hopefully everybody gets in with no issues. Maybe the qualifying thing really does work, you know? I thought that was a myth, but every time that I've actually done it, it seems to work. Yeah, look at that. All right, we'll give them a minute to ready up. I don't think really anybody runs setups in these games. I don't know why you would, but either way, put it to you this way. Nobody that I know at the top of the game runs a setup, but if on the off chance somebody does, we will give them time to put it in. All right, who are we going on board with for hole shots? We will go down here with Baggett. He's on the far inside. And we have sound. No sound yet again, so I'm playing music. All right, going into the first turn, it does look like Insanity Wizard got your hole shot. And Corbin Mack goes down his inside. Here in the back. Woo. Again, tight track. It's going to be hard. These first few laps is going to be carnage. It is all about survival. It is pretty much just the name of the game right here. On board with K2 Fast himself and Steady Killing going over the finish line. Everybody is right here still bunched up together, so this is anybody's transfer spot. K2 Fast makes the pass, I believe, on Steady Killing. So that is going to allow him to get a little bit closer to the transfer position where Danger Caden is holding it down in the back. Baggett, Demonster, and Steady Killing, but we're going to go back up to the main rhythm section. It looks like Insanity Wizard goes for the quad. He's not going to get it. Has to single out. Going over the double roller, and it looks... Are people getting the infinite reset? They are. All right, that is our one red flag, folks. Let them ready back up. I will say, if you get the infinite reset again, our rule is we restart one time. If you get it again, either pull off or please leave. We cannot help that. But all right, let's get back to it. All right, so we'll go back down here on board with Steady Killing. He is on the far inside as well. I want to see what happens. He clips the gate, and it looks like Baggett gets a very good jump. He's going to be the first at the corner, but he goes wide, and I think Steady Killing got your whole shot. Everybody is going off. Doesn't look like anybody's getting reset this time, which is fantastic. So out front is Danger Caden. Look at all the... Just it's a straight, solid line of a blob. And Gatlin is off the track going into this first corner. Oh, look at that. Just everybody pinballs off of each other. It's nothing you can do, boys. It's a racing incidents at their finest. Ballard, oh, he is down and over the bars. So, Insanity Wizard on the outside looking in, and Baggett is in front of him in that final transfer spot. He's trying to sneak up the inside of Infobot. They step on and then step off and are going to triple out. Baggett stays very, very low, and it looks like Steady Killing goes up the inside of Insanity Wizard, and behind him is Ballard. already making up that mistake over the finish line. Jumps on top of Insanity Wizard and goes down. So out front, Danger Caden, followed by Corbin Mack, Invabot, and Lil Baggett. Behind him, Steady Killin can see the transfer spot. Can he get up there in time? 3 minutes and 45 seconds remain here in your AOSX Round 12 C main. Oh, and that looks like, I think that was Steady Killin that went down. That allows several riders by. And look at this. Baggett, Corbin Mack are all battling in transfer spots. I'll never get this. Boys, you don't have to. Oh, and look at that. Their battle, they both go down. Somebody else goes down. That allows Insanity Wizard to get a 2-for-1 in the whoops. Awareness, boys, awareness. We got to be aware of where we are. So just like that, now, this is anybody's transfer spots. Okay, too fast going for the double, triple, and oh, he actually checks up so he can go for a triple out. All right. There's just so much carnage in that rhythm section. It's just claiming body after body after body. So now Corbin Mack is down. He still remounts, and he has K2 Fast right in front of him. He still can do this. You got 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in your C main. I think if you're in a transfer spot, you just got to have the mindset, I do not want to make contact with anyone. Because you never know what can happen with these physics sometimes. And Corbin Mack skying the finish line. Again, we want to try to stay as low as we can on that, but some people just like to sky it because it is safer. All right, so first, main money rhythm section. We're going to step on. Ooh, okay, he saves it. Gets a weird buck, but gets a nice triple out. Can he get a better rhythm section than the people in front of him? He goes for the triple. Going for the second triple, which means he's got to do triple, single out. He does go for the quad. I saw a couple people get the quad. It's not easy to do, though, I can tell you that. And just like that, because he did it, ooh, hugs the inside of the inside twice, Corbin Mack, and makes the pass. K2 Fast already trying to go back up his inside, but Corbin Mack defends that too. Unreal. What a battle here in your C main. Going through the roller section. Say nice and low over the bridge. So a little under 1.5 minutes remain here in the C main, and we do have a battle here for the transfer spot between K2 Fast and Corbin Mack. Again, oh, K2 Fast overjumps the table. His whole rhythm section is going to be a little awkward now. He's going to case out. It's about as best you could hope for considering how that happened. He's going for the double. The triple, they're going through alternate lines. K2 Fast gets a better line, and he makes the pass on Corbin Mack, he saves it. Yeah, I mean, Corbin Mack is on rails. What he did in these two corners a second, what in the world is this? Yo, we got to get out of the rhythm section, my guy. Whoa. I don't know what's going on with this. You're literally in the middle of the rhythm section. Please, move. All right, I'm sorry. I can't. You're literally in the middle of a rhythm section. So Corbin Mack, can he make up the time on K2 Fast? 25 seconds remain. Time will expire on this lap. Where is Danger Caden? He is just going through the main rhythm section now, going for the double, the triple, the double, and then a triple out. So, and Baggett makes a mistake, and he falls to the final transfer spot, and Corbin Mack is trying to capitalize on it. Time has expired. When they cross the finish line, we'll be on the final lap. Look at Corbin Mack holding that inside line. Actually, no, take that back. Corbin Mack goes down. He gets a weird rhythm section run, and that might do it. So now it is up to Baggett on this final lap that just officially started. Can he keep it on two wheels, or does he make a mistake that allows Corbin Mack to close the gap back up? Saw somebody go down. That looks like that was K2 Fast. On this final lap, we are going to have some drama. Corbin Mack getting a very good run through the whoops. It's going to come down to these two rhythm sections. You know it. It's what's claimed these boys all night so far. They both get good step-on, step-offs. cases the triple out a little bit. Now this is going to be the real kicker. Going for opposite rhythms again. Corbin Mack going for the triple, and then the single out. He goes for the quad, but he cases it. Now he's had a nice tight 2 lines here in these corners. Does he go for it again? He does not this time. Again, the transfer spot is right there. 2 of them. He goes for the triple over the table to double out. It's going to be a drag race to the finish, folks. K2 Fast goes down off the Supercross triple, and that allows Corbin Mack by. Wow. It pays off Corbin Mack's resilience, and he is going to our B main. Claps around, boys. That was a great battle here in the C main. Well done, well done. That is just a heartbreaker for K2 Fast. He had it. Triple's a little awkward because you're coming out of a turn, and sometimes you can just jump off. It's really easy to do. Oh, that was wild. All right, folks, we're going to have your B main coming up shortly. We will increase the time to 10 minutes plus 1 lap. Top 4 will move on to the main event of the evening. Be back shortly. All right, folks, we have our B main ready to go. Remember, we are increasing the time to 10 minutes plus 1 lap. Top 4 from this race will move on to your A main, which we will move up to 20 minutes plus 1 lap. They're all readied up. I'm readied up. Let's drop the gate. Also, I've seen a lot in the Discord already, and I've seen it in chat a little bit. Guys, honestly, if you have protests with riders, anything like that, there's a protest section in the AOSX Discord. Complaining about it here or in the general chat of the AOSX Discord is not going to do anything, to be quite honest. I cannot see everything. Racing incidents happen. I know it sucks, but it's just the nature of online competitive racing. But if you have a genuine protest, you can submit it in the AOSX Discord. All right, we're going to give it a go again. Hopefully we have sound. I'm going to assume we're not going to have sound. I think probably what I'll do is, again, for the B main, I'll have music playing throughout it. I do think for the A main, I'm not going to have music on, though, because I don't want it to be muted just for the upload to the YouTube as well as any highlight that I make. I can always go back and put music over it. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah, it's probably what we'll do. Hopefully we get sound, though. That would make me very happy. Very, very happy. But we're 0 for 2 so far, so. All right, so let's see what happens. Yeah, what's up, Twister? What's up, Yoshi? What's up, Taz? Give these guys time to ready up. Twister says no music is all right. I got you. All right. Twister wants no music. We'll do no music. You guys get to hear my half-ass, not fully 100% commentating voice. All right, we just need Corbin Mack to ready up, and we'll be good to drop the gate. All right, I'm going to make the decision for him. Again, just because we had one in the C main, if we do get anyone with the infinite resets, we will have one red flag. After that, that will be it. Let's go on board with Sloan. He is here on the outside of the doghouse. He clips just a little bit, and it does look like, I can't see. Oh, everybody just gets railed. Sloan actually got your whole shot. We should have stayed on board with him. Oh, 4 wide going into the first bull turn. It's just survival right now. You got bodies going down left and right, jumping off track. So right now it looks like SX Corey and Danger Caden on the outside looking in. Oh, I don't know how he didn't go down sooner than that, but that was incredible. So up front, we got people casing the finish line. That is going to create some more problems. Baggett is off the whoop section, so we'll go on board with B Green. Mr. Twister on the outside looking in the 5th spot. Good step on, step off. And it looks like in front of him is Danger Caden again. He did very well in the D and C mains. Can he be one of the first riders all year to basically transfer from D all the way to A? I think it's been done twice. And it looks like people are going down here in the back between Easy Pro and Corbin Mack. But let's go back up front. Sloan is out front handily, I must say. It looks like I think that's Kyson. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. Cheese on the Supercross triple goes over the bars. That's going to allow Danger Caden and Mr. Twister by. So now they are surefire locks to get to the A main. On the outside, it looks like it's B Green, Cheese, and SX Corey. They're all right here together. So this is still anyone's race to transfer. Stay on board with Corey. He rails the corner. Very nice. Gets a very good run through the whoops. Cheese on his inside is not going to be able to get there. Corey hugs a nice tight line. Good step on, step off from Corey, and then the triple out. In front of him is B Green on, I believe it's a Yamaha? He was on a Yamaha, then he went gas. Now he's back on a Honda, it looks like. He's just every manufacturer out here. All right, so B Green. Oh, he gets a sweet little 2-for-1, but he's going to get passed back. And he goes for another 2-for-1. Okay. All right, I can't really get too excited. That doesn't feel very good, but wow, good stuff from B Green. He's in 3rd now. Cheese in 4th, and Mr. Twister in 5th. So see some sweet passes in those two sections right there. Back across the start straight twister. Oh, he collides with Corey. Ran out of real estate. So now Easy Pro, and I believe that is Danger Caden. It looks like he is falling back just a little bit. But now SX Corey on the outside looking in. He's got Cheesehead right in front of him, and B Green Corey. Very good step on, step on, step off. Going up the inside on Cheese. Woo, runs it in on him. Corey's going for the triple line. Scrub cancel triple, and then he is going to go for the quad, and he cases it out, and that is fine. Oh my God, the nasty on Cheese. that was naughty. So SX Corey in the final transfer spot now. Easy Pro sees all this happening, and Cheese is going for the double over the table and the triple out, which I think is a safer line, but it's definitely slower. And then now it looks like Corey and B Green. Oh, B Green can't get on the brakes fast enough, goes over the berm. That allows Corey by. So slow and still handily out front. I'd say he's pretty much, I can't tell you an exact gap he has right now, but we'll just say it's a pretty big one. Kyson in second, SX Corey in third, and you still got Cheesehead and B Green battling for that fourth and final transfer spot. I think it's going to come down to this rhythm section all night. Yeah, people going for the triple, and then I guess you could wheel tap. I think it's like Corey was going for Corey goes down, and then just like that, Easy Pro gets by, and Easy Pro is trying to go up the inside of B Green, and Corey squeezes in between the both, goes for the double triple line, which again, like I said, is 100% a safer line, but it is definitely slower than the triple double, I do believe. Oh, look at this battle. 3 wide going into the rollers. Aiden, this is the B main. Yes, it is. Got some battling going on here in the B main. You'd love to see it. So right now, B Green. Oh, Corey, I don't know what happened there. He goes into the stands, gets a quick reset, though. And he's got to go right back to work. A little under 5.5 minutes remaining here in your B main. Let's go check on board with Bop, Vapor, and Mr. Twister and Cheese. They are all going into the step on, step off section. They run into the back of Corbin Mack, who makes a mistake. And now Twister is trying to make up the ground. He is going to go for a wheel tap out. Cheese goes up his inside. Twister tries to go back down his inside. Does not work. And now it looks like Cheese is going to hang on to the position. So going back up here to the outside, looking in. B Green sitting in the fourth and final transfer spot with about 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, and Corey goes down on the tough blocks. Cheese is coming up very quickly. That is going to allow B Green to escape just a little bit. Now, you got to think between Sloan, Kyson, Easy Pro, and B Green, we do not want to battle. That would be catastrophic if one of you battling causes the other to have a mistake, and then before you know it, both of you are not going to transfer. But again, Corey has more than enough speed to catch back up, but he might need a little bit of help. And B Green sends the quad, cases it out. Again, I think casing it's fine. Still seems pretty fast, to be honest. It's definitely probably faster than the triple single out. Going into the flat 180. Who does what over the table? Again, now we're going for the double over and triple out. Interesting. But Sloan, again, has a comfy lead in the B main. Kyson has pretty much had a race of his own there. Easy Pro just a few seconds off him, and then B Green just a couple seconds off him. Corey still has time. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Can he get it done? And Danger Caden has left the lobby. All right, so in the back here, it looks like Twister has gotten by Cheese. And there's another battle here. That is between Corbin Mack and Bop Vapor. And it looks like, okay. Sloan is still on rails. It looks like he is coming up to a lapper here in Insanity Wizard. We will warn him in just a second. Prime being needy, I'll ban him. Yeah, do it. All right, Insanity Wizard is going to allow Sloan by. Thank you, Insanity. So now we got to go back to this battle. Corey has made up ground on B Green. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remain. Can he get it done? Oh, and the commentator's curse almost jinxes him. Corey makes a small bobble that is going to allow B Green to stretch out just a little bit. Probably not too much, though. I again think it's going to come down to these two money rhythm sections right here back to back. So Corey going, oh, he messes it up, and he's going to have to whoop his way through the end of it. That is not what he wanted. B Green with a nice little scrub cancel. He again is going for the quad. Case out. It's fine. I think that's fine if you're by yourself like that, but if you're with people, that weird pop you get off the case could be catastrophic in an actual battle. Oh, Corey's got to save it. He does. He still has life. He still can see the transfer spot. That's all that matters. 2 minutes remain. It looks like Kyson goes down, and that allows Easy Pro by. Where is B Green? He is pulled up very close after that. All good, Salty Man. Thank you for coming by. All right, so 1 minute and 45 seconds remain. Quietly, Mr. Twister out here in 6. He's pulling up some ground on Corey. It does look like he's reeled him in just a little bit. But that transfer spot is super close. Honestly, if something crazy happens, if Corey catches B Green and Twister's close enough, he could get a heartbreaker here, to be honest. I mean, not a heartbreaker for him, but I'd say at this point, he's just going to need a little bit of help. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here. It's all going to be about, oh, Corey going for the safe line. Got to stretch that triple. He cases out. Twister is going for the triple-double line. Like I said, it's definitely the riskier line, but it's the faster line. The double-triple is definitely safer, but I think it's slower. Just because how much you have to check up to go over the table to get a good drive for the triple out. And Twister is right here. Kyson has fallen back to the fourth and final transfer spot. Does not get a good run through the whoops. Time might expire on this lap, depending on where Sloan is. He is about halfway through his lap. I don't know that it's going to expire before Sloan gets back there. But now SX Corey, he sees the fourth, third, and second transfer spots right here. So does Mr. Twister. This could get crazy very, very quickly. Oh, do the nerves start getting to these boys in the fourth, third, and second spots? They do not need to battle here. They need to stay away from contact. If they make contact, oh my God. Corey is pushing hard. So is Twister. Can Corey and Twister steal away transfer spots for the A main? I'm very, very curious. Corey rails the berm. Nice double. Gonna get a nice checkup over the bridge. He's going to scrub cancel. Oh, he does not. But he still gets a nice downside. And Kyson makes a mistake, and that allows Corey by in the final transfer spot. And Twister has the momentum around the outside. So now it comes down to this. 2 laps to go. Twister with the step on, step off. Has the triple out. Going up the inside of Kyson. Oh, I can't tell if he makes contact there or not. I'm going to warn just because I'm unsure. I really don't know. It's so hard. Like those kinds of moments, it's so hard to see in race director mode because on his screen, it might not even look like he touched him, but on mine, it looks like they made contact. I really don't know. Either way, it does look like SX Corey is in the final transfer spot. I got a little overzealous there. Twister is not in the final transfer spot just yet. He's got to pry it away from Corey on this last lap. And it looks like Insanity Wizard, oh, he came out of ghost mode and Twister almost ran into the back of him. But still, Twister can see the final transfer spot in SX Corey. So on this final lap, if something happens between B Green and SX Corey, Twister's going to be in the A main. Again, I've said it. It's going to come down to the 2 money rhythm sections. Who gets the better drive? I think this is the easier of the 2 for sure. Everybody gets Twister with a nice wheelie scrub. Oh, Twister's gaining ground. He's going to go for the wheel tap out. Corey goes high and over the berm. Twister's in the final transfer spot on the last lap. I don't think Corey's going to be able to make it. Oh my God. Sloan takes your B main win. Easy Pro in second. B Green in third. SX Corey. Oh no. He goes over the berm on the last lap. And Twister is going to take the final transfer spot into the A main. Unbelievable. I think that's exactly what I was talking about. If you go for that quad and you get a weird actually almost swept the first Triple Crown we had of the year. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Obviously, there was some team switching going on as well, so we'll see how that plays in. But outside of that, folks, they're all readied up. I'm readied up. Let's drop the gate. And it would absolutely warm my soul if we had sound for this final A main. But I get the feeling it is not going to happen. But I'll probably, for the highlight I put out, I'll probably put some music over it just so we have something. But outside of that, it's just going to be my voice tonight for this A main event. So who are we going to go on board with Moto number 1? Moto number 1, I think. Let's cop out. Best gate for Moto number 1. And then for Moto 2 and 3, we'll go with our winners. All right, so Wasabi does have the best gate. It's the first person that came on board with. So let's see what he does here with Dizzle and Iowa to his left and right. Wasabi gets a hell of a jump, but it also looks like to his inside. I cannot see who took the whole shot. It may have been Axis. Axis may have gotten the whole shot. Up to his inside was Young Macadelic. That was who was on the inside of Wasabi. So Axis and Wasabi out front early, and you got just a train back here going over the double. Somebody explodes. Dizzle goes over the bars. Easy Pro is in the back here. Slurp to his inside going over the bridge. Going up front, it does look like Wasabi is out front early, and Axis spins out going into the whoops. He is going to get past here because he has a very bad drive. Sloan gets by. Slurp is trying to get by. Axis holds a tight line, though. Who gets a better step on, step off? Axis cases a bit. That is going to allow Slurp by, and Twister might go up Axis's inside here. Axis gets ran into the back of from, I believe that was Easy Pro. So out front early is Wasabi, followed by Sloan and Young Mac. Slurp in 4th and Axis in 5th. And then you have a train here between Twister, Dom, and I think in front of them was Iowa. All right, so Axis got to do some work here early. He skies the double into the roller section. They're all going to rail the berm here so they get a nice, good drive over the double. But right now, Wasabi is checking out. You got Slurp right on the back of Sloan. He is going to rail the corner and get a nice drive to the whoops, but Sloan cuts over early. And Axis sneaking up. Slurp's inside. They contact, but they both save it. Very, very good stuff there. And then Young Mac, man, he's on rails right now. He's already here on the back of Axis and Slurp. He does case the triple in. These guys are going for the quad out. They all get it fairly clean. Look at this bunch up. That allows Sloan to get passed by Axis and Slurp. But Sloan going back up the inside of Axis. Axis gets pushed wide just a little bit, but he has the inside of Sloan. What do they do here? Axis goes for the double, triple. I think that might be the line they go for all night just because, like I said, it is very safe. Honestly, and if they can scrub it like that, it's pretty nuts. That's also very fast now. Axis trying to run down Slurp. And the new teammates running 1-2 here at AOSX Round 12 in Wasabi and Slurp. Axis in 3rd, Sloan in 4th, Young Mac in 5th, Iowa Hawkeye still Axis's teammate in 6th, and then Dom is Mr. Twister's teammate. But probably the big shocker right now is Hockey Drew back in 11th. Did not see that coming. But right now the battle is here between Axis, Slurp, and Sloan for these final 2 podium spots. They're all sending the quad. Oh, Sloan almost endos. But it does look like Axis has gotten by Slurp. We might have a battle here. Again, remember, these are only 12-minute motos, and you get 3 of them. So, oh, man, I hope I can make it through all this. Oh, wow. And look at this back here between Hockey, B Green, and Mr. Twister. There's just 4 riders here all battling in the very, very back. But I got to go right back to it. Slurp and Axis still going at it here in moto number 1. They both scrub in opposite directions. Slurp has the inside, goes for the block pass, and they both go down. Got to warn Slurp on that one. That is what I was afraid of in some of these corners, man. It's such a high speed. It's hard to get on the brakes, and if you try to go for it, that ends up happening. So now Slurp's little blunder there is allowed Sloan back by. Slurp and Axis still battling. It looks like Slurp messes up the rhythm section. Axis gets back by on the inside. And Iowa has made up ground now as well. So what about this ride for Sloan? Gets the B main win, and here in Moto number 1, he is second. You love to see it. Oh, this is going to be a dogfight between Axis and Slurp for the next 8 minutes. This is going to be wild. It's a shame that we don't have sound for this, but at the same time, I would just tell you, buckle up, because you're seeing two of the best players in the world battle, and you just don't get to see that often. You really, really, really don't. Oh, the way they... it's insane. They slingshot into the corner, whip it in, and then there we are. But I am going to go back here to the back, because I have a 3-rider battle here between Hockey Drew, Easy Pro, and Mr. Twister. Hockey going up the inside of Twister, but Twister beats him to the corner. And he sees Young Mac, his teammate, I think. So the Team Twisted Yoshimura teammates running 7, 8, 9 right now. And look at this. Slurp and Axis have caught Sloan, but Axis goes down. So now Iowa gets by Axis. Slurp right on the back of Sloan. What happens here over the mini double? Look how low Slurp stays. Going through the rollers. They're going to rail this berm. I was curious if I was going to see anybody try to rail that berm so hard and get up higher up onto the table, but yeah, that never happened. It does look like Wasabi. I don't know if he made a mistake or what, but they're on the same section as him now. But also, look at this. The two teammates, the G Fuel teammates in Axis and Iowa battling here in the A main. Does look like Sloan is still holding strong in second. Iowa around the outside of Axis does not go for the trademark high-low that I've seen Iowa do multiple times throughout the year. Oh, what a quad by Iowa. He doesn't really case at all. Going back up front. Looks like Slurp trying to get to the inside of Sloan as he set him up for another inside move here. Does not get it. They are all going for the double, triple. I love it. I personally, when I was on the track, that was the only line I tried. And Slurp goes down midair. I don't know if that was a failed scrub cancel or what, but also Axis is off the track. So now Iowa gets by. So Slurp and Axis both have some blunders here, and that now has allowed Sloan to gap out a little bit, and Iowa to be in the final podium spot for Moto number 1. 5 minutes and 45 seconds remain. And Wasabi, for the most part, is checked out. I mean, I say checked out as in it's manageable. At this point, all he has to do is keep running the pace he's running, and this is his Moto number 1 win. I got to give it out to Sloan, though. What a ride. He is gelling with this track very, very nicely. So Axis back here in 5th now, trying to run Slurp back down. And Dizzle out of nowhere, I think he was our second fastest qualifier. I would have to go back and look. All right, and going back up. It does look like Iowa's getting to the inside of Sloan. Is he going to make it stick? Who gets a better drive through the whoops? It looks like they got similar runs. And still, Axis and Slurp in the same spots. Pretty much, oh, they both have some bobbles here between Sloan and Iowa. Iowa gets a better quad. Oh, Sloan makes a bit of a mistake. He tries to scrub the flat, messes up on the double, but he still holds the inside on Iowa, and Iowa has to save it. Iowa has his inside over the triple. Sloan cuts up early, but Iowa makes the pass on the outside. Very good stuff here in our A main Moto number 1 of this Triple Crown. But Slurp and Axis are on rails, and they're right on the back of this. Look at this battle. They see Wasabi going through the whoops in the opposite section. Axis is going to have the inside here. Does he go for it? Slurp checks up early. Does allow Axis by. Who's going to get a better drive to the whoops? Everyone with the exact same run. Axis sneaking up the inside of Sloan. We can see that happen. Iowa, because of this battle, is being able to pull out just a little bit. Axis with a very, very low money section there. That was some crazy stuff. Now Axis going up the inside of Sloan and makes the pass. Does make a mistake and goes down. That allows Sloan back by and Slurp by. Slurp has Sloan's outside, but oh, he cuts down, but Sloan defends it very, very nicely. Oh my God, what a moto number one. If all three motos are going to be like this, oh man, this is going to be wild. So now Axis has to play catch up again, but Slurp has the inside of Sloan. I can't tell. Again, I've seen it happen too many times this year. That may have looked not bad at all on their screens, but on mine, it looked a little bad. I think it's just in these corners, man, you just got to go for it. Just slow and go for the quad here. He does. We'll be right back on the back of Slurp in a moment. All right, and Axis trying to get back on it. Let's go back here in the back between the teammates in Mr. Twister and Dom and Young Mac running 10, 9, 8 right now. Easy Pro in 11th and B Green in 12th. Wasabi just styling, man. Iowa as steadfast as ever. I mean, he did not get a good start, had to make up some ground, capitalized on several mistakes. And he's in that. I don't see Wasabi and Iowa faltering from the 1-2 spot here in moto number one. And out of nowhere, how in the world did I miss this? Hockey Drew has gotten by Slurp and Axis. Hockey was in dead last at a point. They both make mistakes in this rhythm section, but Hockey's going up the inside of Sloan now, makes the block pass, and Sloan gets a weird buck off of that. Slurp gets by. What a ride for Hockey Drew. Hockey just came out of nowhere and stole this podium spot. Unbelievable. And I put the curse on Iowa. He goes down. Hockey Drew and Slurp get by. With under a minute and a half remaining, this moto number one just got turned upside down on top of its head and tossed a couple times around. Like, what is happening? Axis has now, Dizzle has gotten by Axis. And these two battle each other hard no matter what track it is, what position it is, where it is. They are going to fight, so I got to watch that. But now, can Iowa get back by to get a podium spot for moto number one? I've said it for every single Triple Crown. What a quad by Iowa. I've said it for every single Triple Crown. If you want any hope whatsoever, you really cannot finish outside of the top four. You absolutely cannot. But at the same time, we haven't had a track like this for a Triple Crown yet. And I feel like this is a track where you just cannot, anything can happen. I mean, look at what happened with Hockey Drew. Dude, 10 minutes ago, Hockey was in 11th. With under, right at 30 seconds remaining, Hockey Drew is in second now. It's unbelievable. So, it looks like time will expire on this lap, given where Wasabi is. He's going through the main money rhythm section now. Hockey Drew in second. Slurp making a push to potentially get by. Unfortunately, I think last night for Ioma PlayStation, again, I did not get to stream it because I was in the hospital, but I did hear that I think Hockey passed Slurp on the very last lap. So you know Slurp wants to get by Hockey every single chance he gets. Because of that. That's a sting like no other, I think. And Iowa's pushing hard here. We have 2 laps to the end. We are going to be on your final lap here in just a moment. Wasabi crosses the finish line now. So we're going to have a dogfight here for these second, third, and fourth spots on this final lap. And Axis has fallen off. Our Dizzle is pulled clean a good bit. So it looks like these boys took what I said. Literally, they are trying to chop away at that massive whole race lead Axis has. Slurp with a very good triple here on the last lap. And I say that, and he goes down. The commentator's curse is real. Iowa gets by, and he is going to potentially come in that final podium spot. Now, I don't think Slurp's going to have enough time. He is going to finish fourth. So, in this moto number one, some crazy stuff happened. Sloan runs second from pretty much the entire moto and is back in the back now. Wasabi, from pretty much the opening lap to the last lap here, takes your moto number one win. Hockey Drew comes from literally dead last and he's going to finish second in moto number one. Iowa Hawkeyes played capitalizer the whole moto number one. He comes third. Slurp fourth. Dizzle in fifth. And then the shocker, Axis in sixth. And then Sloan in seventh. Man, so definitely the motos some of these guys wanted to have, and definitely not the motos others wanted to have. Unreal. But Triple Crowns, they get 2 more chances. Unbelievable. That has to be one of the most tale of two halves of a moto I've ever seen. Absolutely insane. All right, so you'll see what I mean here about points. You see, the points everybody was awarded was essentially just where they finished. So now you'll see moto number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to 12. So Wasabi with the one right off the bat. Hockey Drew with probably the ride of that moto coming from dead last to second. Iowa in third. Slurp in fourth. Dizzle in fifth. Axis in sixth. Sloan in seventh. Young Mac in eighth. Easy Pro ninth. Dom in 10th. Mr. Twister in 11th. And B Green in 12th. All right, folks, you're going to have to give me just a second. I know we want to rapid fire this thing, but give me just 1 minute. All right, folks, let's let these guys get readied up. So since we went on board with Wasabi in the first moto because he had the best gate and he won that, I'm not going to go on board with him again. I think we got to go on board with Axis. I think we got to go on board with him. After that moto number 1, that is not what he wanted. So let's go on board with him. He actually has a very good gate considering where he finished. So let's see what happens. I think the entire lobby clipped, but it does look like Wasabi gets a very good jump again. Slow into his inside, and Wasabi's down. Who gets the whole shot? It looks like R Dizzle according to the scoreboard. So, just like that, the moto gets turned up on its head. Young Mac forcing his way up the inside. Out front early is R Dizzle, followed by Iowa Hawkeyes. Axis with a much better start this go around. Dom in 4th, Sloan in 5th, Young Mac in 6th, Hockey Drew in 7th. I think it was Mr. Twister that maybe almost jumped off there. Never mind. So now your moto number 1 winner has got some ground to make up. He gets squared up by Hockey Drew, but Wasabi making a good run through the whoops. Slowing with another good start. He's up here with the top 5 in the opening lap. But again, from what we saw from moto number 1, just because these guys are up front now does not mean that is where they're going to be in 10 minutes. But things are already... Oh, look at this. The teammates between Slurp and Wasabi battling here. That's crazy. It's like when some of these super fast guys team up together, it's like the freaking like super teams in the NBA. It's just like you never know what's going to happen. But they might be teammates. But when the gate drops, it's every man for himself. So everybody's trying to win. I would say the biggest thing you would probably expect is them just to be super gentle with each other, and that goes for any of the teammates. Same thing with the G Fuel boys and the Axis and Iowa and hockey. But now Axis has already made some moves, and he is up front trying to run down Dizzle, and you got just a blob here between Wasabi, Hockey, Sloan, and Slurp. They're going to run out of real estate here. Oh, Hockey gets pushed when Wasabi's coming out of the whoops. That is racing incidents at its finest. But now, looks like Sloan is in a squared up sandwich. What happens here? Oh my God. What did we just watch? Sloan was riding on his head for a minute. Am I the only one that saw that? That was crazy. And it looks like Dizzle has made a mistake, and that has allowed Axis by. So Axis out front handily now, but he had a very rough moto number 1, made several mistakes on the flat corners. So does he rebound and not let that happen this go around? Iowa sends the bridge, I think. Gets a weird finish line jump. Dizzle jumping up on Slurp. Dizzle's going to cut down early on Slurp. Oh, but Slurp gets a nice drive on the outside, and he is in the 3rd spot. Now Wasabi here as well. Dizzle trying to force his way up the inside of Slurp. Slurp will have the inside. Dizzle's going to try to go for high-low early. And it looks like they both get good entry triples. Wasabi here as well. Very good triple in the middle. He is going to wheel tap out. And he runs into the back of Dizzle. He might force his way up. Nope, he is not. Also, Hockey and Sloan still right here. You can see all this happening. Go back on board with Wasabi because he is in the middle of everything. And it looks like Slurp jumps way up to the inside. See this from Dizzle's POV. I haven't given this any go tonight, so let's give the Orbit Cam a go. Looks like Wasabi does get by. How does Dizzle respond going over the bridge? You can see Iowa and Axis still very, very reachable. Going through the whoops now. Under the bridge. Who is going to get a better step on, and step off? They all get very clean runs. And then the main money rhythm section. Oh, Dizzle with a nice wheelie scrub into a scrub cancel, and he's going to get a nice quad as he make the pass. Cuts down on Wasabi, side by side, going back down the start straight. Wasabi has the inside, and he keeps the position. Dizzle tries to cut back down early, and you can see Hockey Drew here. Let's go on board with Hockey's POV because he can see everything going down. And who did that? That was Iowa. Iowa goes down, so Slurp gets by, and then Wasabi is here as well. Oh my, and Dizzle's still here. You can see him coming into your screen. Let's go back on board with Iowa. He cases the finish. That's going to allow his teammate Hockey Draw. Oh no, I don't think he meant to do it, but it's still a punt at the end of the day. I know he didn't mean it. That was just wrong place, wrong time. Unbelievable. That is so unfortunate. But just for out of principle, I got to warn somebody when that happens. Iowa, again, it looks like he's got the quad down. So now, Axis out front. Not actually, no, they've reeled him in. Slurp can still see him. Maybe just a second or two off. Axis gets a weird drive there, and he has to single out. He's single wheelie scrubbed out. All right, so our Dizzle still trying to make a push here for one of these podium spots. It's very good roller section, rails the berm with Wasabi. 7 minutes remain here in Moto number 2. Going through the whoop section, it looks like they have spread out just a little bit. So Axis is clear 1.5 seconds of Slurp, and Dizzle and Wasabi are still right on top of each other. It looks like they get very similar runs. Dizzle gets a very good quad out. Cuts down hard, but Wasabi still maintains the inside. Let's go in the back here. I see Young Mac and Mr. Twister still having a little bit of a battle here. The teammates, I feel like every A main those two have been in, they are having a battle somewhere on the track. And also it looks like B Green and Dom having a little bit of a battle as well. Axis, ooh, he almost collides with the finish line. Slurp with a hell of a scrub cancel. And it looks like Wasabi has stretched out from our Dizzle just a bit. But Hockey Drew, man, again, I know Hockey made that switch to the Honda, which I respect being a Honda rider myself. I've said it all year, and nobody, I don't care what you say, will change my mind. For a race, a Honda is the best bike. Just one man's opinion. Very low scrub cancel for Hockey. I should say the little asterisk would be if you can truly, and I mean truly, keep the gas from doing the crazy erratic things it has been known to do, it probably is the better bike. But again, I've said it also throughout multiple Q&As and on broadcasts, consistency over speed. But that's the beauty of racing. Everybody has their opinions. So as they run right now with 5 minutes remaining, Axis has led almost every single lap of Moto number 2. Followed by him is Slurp. Followed by him is Wasabi. So you got a G Fuel running first, Squared Up Racing running 2 and 3. R Dizzle's trying to play spoiler though. And Scott Jr. 15 B Green is so underrated, definitely fast. I would agree with that. I think B Green, he has made progress this year. I truly believe that. He went from making A mains every now and then to he's almost there every single time now. And look at this. Again, Hockey Drew, who was pulled over on the side of the track, is Dom, but he is in a pocket, so I'm not worried about it. Axis goes down over the bridge. That allows Slurp by. Unbelievable with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. Just like that, and Hockey Drew is on the back of our Dizzle. Can Axis get back by the former teammate and Slurp? Oh, Axis with a very good section. Oh my God. The way he just pockets his bike in there like that, that was unbelievable. and he slingshots himself back across the straight over the rollers, and he is right on the outside of Slurp. Slurp still has the inside. Axis tries to cut down hard. They both double over the table. Who gets a better triple out? Axis going for the single. Ooh, what a block pass from Axis. That could have been disastrous. Axis has found a line, I think. I saw him do it earlier, and I thought it was just a recovery from a mistake. That might be faster. That crazy wheelie scrub single out. That is interesting. I wonder if anybody else picks up on that. Hockey and Dizzle still battling here. You got 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in Moto number 2. Hockey forces his way up the inside on our Dizzle. Hockey trying to run down Wasabi now. But after that incredible pass from Axis, he is right back on rails and in the lead in front of Slurp. I would say at this point, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, for these boys in third and fourth and Wasabi and Hockey, they just have to essentially try to keep it together and maybe capitalize on a mistake here when the sweat starts happening between first and second. We have not got to see an Slurp and Axis battle like this, I feel like, all year, so I am down for it. Very, very down for it. And honestly, it's still anybody's third spot here between Wasabi, Hockey Drew, and our Dizzle. If anybody breaks here, it's their spot to lose. And again, 2 minutes remaining in Moto number 2. The pace that Hockey Drew and Wasabi are racing each other at right now, I almost got to wonder, is somebody going to make a mistake here? Because they're railing these corners with like extra intent. Thought we were up to a lapper there, but I guess not. Wasabi has caught Axis. That's what that was. Right on the back of Axis as Slurp has gotten by. So I missed when that happened. I'm going to assume it was another slight bobble from Axis, but now Slurp out front with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. Wasabi going for the double, the triple, wheel tap, and he's going to get a triple out. That's a nifty little line. And Hockey Drew can see this happening again. Nice tight line from Hockey. Axis has abandoned that double single line. But now Slurp out front comfortably. Time is not going to expire. So time will expire on this lap now that Slurp has crossed the finish line. So when we come back around, it will be your final lap. Hockey Drew going for it on Wasabi. Ooh. Wasabi carries the momentum around the outside and maintains the position. Hockey Drew trying to pry this out of Wasabi's hands. I'd say Wasabi has the inside, but Hockey definitely got a better run through that section. Oh, Hockey OJ is just a little bit nice. Scrub cancel recovery. Hockey's going for the wheelie scrub through that section instead of going for the quad. Where is Slurp? He seems pretty content where he's at. And Hockey Drew has gotten by Wasabi. Time expires. We are going to be on the final lap. And Hockey Drew goes down. He collides with the tough block. That allows Dizzle by, and that is going to ruin Hockey Drew's podium for Moto number 2. Unreal. But again, the kicker is Axis had Moto number 2 in the bag. I missed what happened, if it was a mistake or if Slurp just had a hell of a move. I have no idea. But now that means Axis does not win Moto number 1 or Moto number 2. And the squared up racing teammates are going to take Moto 1 and 2. Wasabi takes Moto 1. Slurp, barring any crazy things happening here, is going to take Moto number 2. And Wasabi is going to come in third. So I would say Wasabi should still be in the running for the overall. I'll have to look when we have the scoreboard pulled up. But Slurp holds strong and in Moto number 2 takes your victory. Followed by Axis. Wasabi is going to come in third. R Dizzle in 4th, Hockey Drew on the last lap, still making a push for 5th, Iowa Hawkeyes in 6th, Sloan in 7th, Young Mac in 8th, Mr. Twister in 9th, Easy Pro in 10th, B Green in 11th, and Dom in 12th. Yeah, I'm very curious to see overalls here in a second going into the final moto because we can pretty much pinpoint it down to who it's going to be between. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be between Slurp and Wasabi. I'm not sure about third. All right, so you see your scores there. Let's get in. All right, so going into moto number 3, Wasabi with 4 points, Slurp with 5 points, Hockey Drew with 7 points, Axis with 8 points, Iowa and Dizzle on 9. So pretty much 7 through 12 have been eliminated. I still think it's going to be between Wasabi, Slurp, Hockey, and Axis for this overall. There's several scenarios here. I'm not going through them all, but this is going to be a wild moto number 3, folks. It truly is. It is going to be a wild, wild moto number 3. I would tell you to buckle in because this is it's going to get sweaty. All right, we will let them get readied up. Folks, this is the final gate drop of the night. I want to thank you all for being here. It has been a pleasure. I will not lie and say that this has not been a struggle, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got to bring you to action. I hate that I didn't get to bring it to everybody last night for Ioma, but I'm happy to be here tonight, even if we aren't feeling the best. But we've had a crazy night. Very good Moto 1, Moto number 2. This is the finale of the evening. I would tell you all to buckle in one more time, and let's drop the gate. All right, we will go on board with who was your Moto 2 winner? It was Slurp. So Slurp will have a very good gate here on the inside. Ooh, it looks like Dizzle and Iowa got very good jumps. Dizzle's the first to the corner, and he's going to take the whole shot convincingly. Iowa sends for this triple-double, but Dizzle, Iowa cuts down hard. Oh, and look, everybody getting pushed down here in the bull turn. It looks like up front, though, is going to be, oh my God, that double, just not enough room. Dizzle goes down. So now Iowa Hawkeyes is in second. Dom Calandris is second. Wasabi in third. Young Mac in fourth. Mr. Twister in fifth. Slurp in sixth. Hockey in seventh. And Axis in eighth. So right now, Wasabi stays anywhere near where he is. He doesn't have to win the moto. This is Wasabi's night to win, or rather lose at this point. Oh, people are messing up the rhythm section. Mr. Twister up here in third. You love to see that. Has a train go up to his inside, though. Hockey Drew does get up here in the front. Oh, Twister gets pushed wide by his teammate. I think that was Slurp. I just saw that went down, and Slurp is going to be in dead last. You hate to see that, but now Wasabi making a push on Iowa. Hockey Drew in third. Young Mac in fourth. Axis and Dizzle in fifth and sixth. Oh, Dizzle runs into the back of Axis and is going to case the finish line. B Green on the back of him. Oh, whoa. Who is that? Somebody just got speared there, and I couldn't see who it was. I only saw who got speared. I'll have to watch that back. That was brutal. Oh! Wasabi goes for it on Iowa early. And look at this. Wasabi goes up Iowa's inside. How does Iowa retaliate? So Wasabi's just not playing around. He's going for the win and just taking the overall like that. Is not leaving it to chance. I respect that. Hockey Drew is having a very good ride. I mean, he's recovered from that first moto. It still ended the best possible way it could, given how it started. And then Slurp is already making up ground in seventh. I'd say for him at this point, it's just making as many passes as he can to get on the podium. Because trying to go for the win now, I would say might be out of the question, but you never know. And how about Young Mac in fifth? All right, it's going to come down to the money rhythm section. Hockey gets a very good run, going for the wheel taps. Love to see that. I got to say, you can tell Hockey feels a lot of confidence switching to this Honda. I know he's been loving it. So I love to see that. Especially when I almost wonder if it's just an extra boost of confidence because it's something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a new pair of anything you do in sports, you get a new glove, you get new cleats, whatever. I don't know. You just feel that little extra bit of swagger, and you got to think: is that playing it into it a little bit? I mean, again, though, the Honda, no, there's no doubting it. It handles better than a gas. That's just facts. That's not even me being biased towards being a Honda main, but it's very curious. I've said it before. It would be very cool to see some of these guys who predominantly run gas run Honda for a bit, and some of the guys that predominantly run Honda run gas, just to see what happens. Iowa sends the quad, but let's go back here in the back. Slurp making moves, trying to get up to the inside of Young Mac. It looks like he is going to make that pass. Young Mac checks up early, but Slurp gets back by. So now, can Slurp get back by our Dizzle? And Axis, again, having some issues. That section has eaten Axis alive tonight. Hockey Drew on rails. They are trying to run down Wasabi. Even if Hockey was to pass Wasabi, I don't think that would get him the overall. I do think Hockey is going to finish in second right now if we were to end it. About 7 minutes and 45 seconds remain. Oh, Dizzle goes off the track. Has to come back on, and he explodes there. That's wild. Now that allows Slurp by. Dizzle has the inside of Slurp. What happens there? Dizzle makes the pass back. And Hockey is all over the back of his teammate in Iowa Hawkeyes. And Iowa, again, pushing for Wasabi. Wasabi passed him early, but Iowa has not faltered at all. And now it looks like Mr. Twister and Sloan having a battle here in 7th and 8th. Young Mac is falling off to 10th, Easy Pro in 11th, and B Green in 12th. But 1 through 4 have pulled away. Slurp has a ways to go. A ways to go to get to Axis. I don't know that that's going to be achievable unless Axis implodes. Ooh, I see 2 dots back here battling. That is Young Mac and Dom. His teammates do like to run it in on each other and have some battles. I'd like to see that. Looking at dots, though, I mean, again, if you look at your map, you can see I'm on Iowa now. He's the 3rd dot, then Axis, and then you see the gap between Axis to Slurp. So with 6 minutes and really 6 minutes left, the battle and shifts to Hockey Drew in Iowa, and it does look like Hockey has gotten by Iowa. So right now, if we were to end it, I know for a fact Wasabi would be your winner. Hockey Drew would be in second. Third, I think would be Iowa. Maybe Slurp. It's going to be wild for this 3rd spot between Iowa Axis and Slurp. And Wasabi makes a mistake and Hockey gets back by. Wasabi cuts down too hard. He's got to come back on without getting reset. Oh my God. I still think he's okay, but I wonder if he knows that. So now Hockey Drew having the ride overall of the night, man. On that Honda, feeling renewed. Iowa in second. Wasabi in the span of a lap goes from 1st to 3rd. But he's had a crazy pace all night, so I guess now it's curious, can he get back by Iowa and then run? Oh, Iowa jumps off the track. That does allow Wasabi by. Commentator's curse there. And he gets reset again. Oh, and that allowed Axis by. So now, out of nowhere, Axis on the back of Wasabi. So if we were to end it right now, I think it goes Wasabi, Hockey, Axis? I don't know, because Slurp with the 1. Slurp would be on 6. I think Slurp would be on 7? 7 or 8. Oh, it's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild at the finish. But you can already see, I think Wasabi might have a little bit of pace on Hockey. He is reeling him in incredibly fast. A little under 4.5 minutes remaining here in Moto number 3 for your round 12 AOSX. Oh, Wasabi clips. Does that allow Axis to pull him in a little bit? I don't think it was enough of a bobble. Everybody else is spread out at this point. Oh, there again. That's what I'm talking about with the gas, man. You see that happen all the time. Like they scrub cancel, and it feels so good when you scrub cancel with a gas, but sometimes I swear it's just like, nope, not today, not this time. But again, Wasabi right on the back of Hockey Drew. Axis is falling off just a little bit, but still locking down third. And I would think it's going to be crazy. Because again, I don't remember a time Axis has ever finished off the podium in any event he's been in. And again, right now, he might be, question mark. I would have to be looking at the moto scores and have to do the math in my head. And Hockey Drew makes a mistake, and that allows Axis by. Now with 3 minutes remaining, we have played musical chairs for the lead again. Wasabi out front. Axis falls to second, and Hockey Drew falls to third. Oh, it looks like Wasabi had another bit of a bobble there, but recovers nicely. Oh, this is going to be a drag race to the finish for this top spot and the win. But again, I think Wasabi can't be feeling too much pressure here. He probably just wants the win to just, put the hammer down and solidify that win. But no matter what, even if he got passed, he's still your winner. But I say all this from the outside looking in. Like these guys racing, I don't know how much that they even paid attention to it. They're probably just trying to, let's go. I'm warm. I want to race. But it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder how hard does he fight to keep Axis from getting by. So with 2 minutes remaining, Wasabi in first, Axis in second, Hockey Drew in third, Iowa Hawkeyes falling back to fourth. Slurp again. Iowa goes down and Slurp gets by. So now Slurp in fourth. I don't even know about this overall. I truly don't. Axis on rails, trying to get by Wasabi. For these final 2 spots on the podium, it is going to be wild. Oh my God. It's nuts how low some of these guys stay. Oh, Wasabi recovers nicely. Who gets a better run through the whoops? Axis gets I'm not going to say much better, but it was definitely a better run. Look how tight he is on Wasabi now. Axis setting up to go to the outside to maybe cut down hard early. There it is. Who gets a better section here? They both case. Oh, one goes for the quad, one does not. And Wasabi block passes him back. Good stuff here between these guys in 1 and 2. Axis going up his outside and it. Oh, I was going to say he's got to let him back up. Oh, and he cuts back down. What a battle here. Unbelievable. What a sequence. They both stay low over the Supercross triple. Wasabi carries the momentum over the double and retakes the lead. 45 seconds remaining. What a sequence that was. Respect to Axis, though. He ran him off the track. He let him back by, but the minute he got back on the track, he cut back down the inside and went for the pass. Very, very good stuff, gentlemen. Oh, he gets a weird step on, step off here, and that battle has allowed Hockey Drew to get right back up close here. Time is going to expire on this lap, folks, so when they cross the finish again, we are going to be at the end. Hockey again going for the wheel tap instead of the quad. So this has been the section all night where stuff has went down. These flat turns, man. It's very interesting. Axis is a very good scrub cancel over the table. Nice triple out. Wasabi is 1.477 seconds clear, according to timing and scoring, but I don't know about that. So we are officially on your final lap. Wasabi in first, Axis in second, and Hockey Drew in third. Slurp still holding fourth down. I'm very curious to see what happens here between these front 2 guys here on the final lap. Let's go on board with the Orbit Cam for the final time tonight. And it looks like who's going to get a better run. They both go for the quad. They both case it out. So it's going to come down to this flat corner. Does Axis move him? Oh, he tries to hold the narrow line. Down the inside. Oh, Axis saves it. He might go up the inside now. Wasabi. Oh, he goes for it. And Wasabi goes off the track. I got to warn him on that. It's the last lap, but still. Oh, man. What a finish, folks. Axis is going to take moto number 3, but definitely without some controversy. Hockey Drew in 3rd. Slurp in 4th. Iowa Hawkeyes in 5th. R Dizzle in 6th. Sloan in 7th. Dom in 8th. Easy Pro in 9th. Young Macadelic in 10th. B Green in 11th. And Mr. Twister in 12th. Oh, man. That final... Oh... That final pass was something, man. It's a last lap, boys. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I would say Wasabi can't be mad because I'm pretty sure he still won the overall, but what a battle, gentlemen. What a battle. Let me get your final tally here. So, Wasabi is going to come in 2nd. I'm sorry. Wasabi takes your win. Slurp, actually, with that 4th place finish, puts himself in a tie with Axis. And according to this, he finishes 2nd, and Axis is going to finish in 3rd. I almost want to go, though. It should go Wasabi, Axis, Slurp, because normally the better... Well, no. It's going... That's interesting, yeah. It's interesting. I don't know how they would do that. 4-1-4 and 6-2-1. I guess they're giving it to Slurp because of average finish. But anyway, Wasabi, Slurp, Axis, if you guys want podium interviews, we will do it. Actually, let me get a screenshot before I forget. Oh, man, I almost forgot. Oh, actually, shit. All right. Have our screenshot, and we were good to go. All right, if those boys want to join me, they can. All right. I just got to figure out about, yeah, it's weird how they listed it there on the scoring. I think it goes Wasabi, Axis, Slurp, because Axis had the better 3rd moto. So I think that's what we're going to go with. All right, I will be in the live streaming events section if they want to join me. And somebody says Slurp has 3rd main, better results win. Yeah, like, I get what you're saying, Shooter, but I think it should go Wasabi, Axis, Slurp. All right, let me just see if I get everybody in here.
As long as I beat you, I have 3rd locked. Like,
oh, there we go.
As long as I have...
All right, I got all 3 of the boys in here. All right, well, we'll figure out about 2nd and 3rd in a second. I think it's going to go Wasabi, Axis, and then Slurp just because the best 3rd moto wins. But anyway, Wasabi, we'll bring you in here first, man. You, honestly, everybody was on rails tonight. I think everybody had very similar paces. You seem to have very good moto 1s and 2s, and then they're on that last lap battle in moto number 3. I mean, he definitely moved you, but, you know, it is what it is. What's going through your mind right now?
You know, after the first moto, I thought I had a pretty good chance at getting first because Axis got, like, 6th, and Slurp got, 4th? So I was pretty much chilling until Slurp got first next moto, so then I was like, oh, I gotta step it up. And then Slurp had a bad start, it seemed like, and I had a pretty good start, and so I basically just cruised my way to the finish line.
I mean, that's, dude, how, like, I don't even know. Like, I've lost track at this point. It's what, 3, 4 in a row? Something like that?
3
in a row. Well, you're on rails right now, dude. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you. Good job to you tonight. And I think we're going to bring in Axis for 2nd, just because the better 3rd moto usually would win. So that's what we're going to go with. Axis, I don't even know what to say, man. What happened in that first moto? That's my first question.
Honestly, I'm pretty happy right now. I salvaged 2nd and extended the points lead on an awful first 2 motos by my standards, so I'll take it.
What I found crazy is it looked like the first moto, the flat corners, that section was eating you alive, but
Yeah,
then
and it got me in the second moto too against Slurp. I crashed there like twice.
but then
But the third moto,
yeah, you
third
you
moto,
got
I
it
rode
down.
like myself, kind of came from last to first, and I knew that pass was for second on Wasabi, and it was pretty much the last chance to make a pass. So I sent it, and I made sure not to try fifth gearing him by AOSX rules. I just kind of barely tapped him, obviously not with the intent of putting over the berm.
Yeah, I mean that's
It
one of
was for
those
the
things.
win, and it got me second. So
Yeah, I mean, again,
um,
it's definitely one of those things where at last lap, people are going to be going for it. I'm going to be more lenient on that. You didn't pin him. He went off track, I think, just because of the weird little rear wheel you hit. But anyway, that is what it is. I got no problem with it. I would say, yeah, what you said. I mean, first two motos, I'm not going to say they were terrible, but you definitely didn't do yourself any favors. But at the end of the night, you salvaged second, and you don't lose really any points. You still have
I
a
gained
full
2 points. Yeah, so I'm
yeah,
pretty happy.
you have a full race lead. So still your championship to lose at this point, sir. So good night to you, man.
Thank you.
All right, Slurp. I gotta know, man. So Moto 1 and Moto 2, you were riding very, very well. I think it was pretty cool. You and Slurp go. I'm sorry, you and Wasabi go 1-1 and Motos 1 and 2. Going into Moto 3, what was your mindset?
Mindset was to not be last off the start, and that didn't. That obviously happened. So yeah, the last moto, I just put myself in a hole, and these guys are barking. I'm not going to be able to catch them in a 12-minute race. So I mean, I'm just glad that I got the podium, because at halfway through that race, I was like, yeah, I'm probably getting like fourth or fifth overall, but I just kept my head down and just really just sent it. Like I really didn't want to be off the podium. I'm trying to keep my streak, but yeah, crazy night of racing. I mean, it was awesome.
The top to bottom. That's what I was gonna say. Claps to everybody who raced, not just the podium guys. It was some great racing. It was some great racing. I was very curious to see what was going to happen with the track, just because of how tight it was. I mean, it's not a bad track. It's very, very tight. So I was curious to see what the racing would be like, and it did not disappoint. So shout out to Bean for the track. I guess my only question for you guys, and that's something I was wondering throughout the main. Do you try to keep a mental tally of where you are finishing in these motos and where you're going to finish overall, or are you just not even think about that stuff?
In the third mode, I was doing all types of mathematical equations.
I was the second moto.
I agree.
Yeah, it's always curious because like this is one of those games, and I would say sports in general, even in real life, you can't really take your focus off of the task at hand. But I'm always curious in those situations, particularly. I mean, I feel like first and second moto you wouldn't be thinking about it that much, because like for Wasabi, like you win and then you finish like second or third. At that point, just like, okay, I just have to beat whoever is up there close with me. That's easy. But like that point where between like Axis, Slurp, Hockey, and I even think Iowa, honestly, I didn't know who was going to end up on the podium. I could not do the math in my head, and I wasn't even racing. So it was pretty wild. But boys, outside of that, that's all I got. I gotta take a breather. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and racing like you did. If you've got anything for each other or the stream, go for it.
Glad you're doing all
Oh
right.
yeah,
Slurp.
get better, man. I saw you had.
Hang in there.
What'd you have again?
I appreciate it, boys. You will hopefully never deal with it, but you might one day when you get a couple of years older. All right, boys. Listen, GG's again. Have a good weekend, and we will catch you next week.
Yep. Thank you. Good night.
Later, boys. All right, folks. That's gonna do it for me. I want to thank you all for coming out. I do. I will sincerely apologize for not doing Ioma last night, but like I said, about 7 o'clock, about an hour before the race is supposed to happen, we'll just say I got hit with something that was unbearable, and then an hour later I found myself in a place I did not want to be. So it is what it is there. I will probably keep apologizing for it. I wanted to do everything I could to try to get the broadcast out here tonight, just so people could see it. Like I said, it's not even about me. I just want people to be able to see the level of racing that goes on in these leagues. That's all it really is about, nothing else. So again, thank you all. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and your weekend. I will go ahead and say I have announced a straight rhythm on Sunday for PlayStation. However, honestly, I just don't see anybody signing up for it. So I'm probably not going to do it unless I have people either DM me and say they want to sign up or what. But I'd say as of right now, that straight rhythm is not going to happen just because the interest has not really been there. But we'll see. If anything changes, we'll see what we can do. But outside of that, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next Monday for IOMA PC.